We all seen him come back, but according to George R. R. Martin, Jon Snow is still dead. In this video, I'll explain to you exactly what that means for the show going forward. Now, I have heard a lot of crazy fan theories over the years, believe you me, but I never would have heard this one. And who would think that George R. R. Martin is the one who has the craziest theories of them all? So everyone else out there with crazy theories, don't think you're crazy. George R. R. Martin is just as crazy as you. And by saying this, proves it. Now let's get right into it. Now, earlier today I was on Twitter, doing my normal rounds like the Teflon Don does, you know what I mean? And I was checking in and I kept seeing my friend, the Gray Area, kept tweeting out this thing. And she was tweeting it out and couldn't believe it and all this stuff. And I'm like, what has got this girl in such an uproar? So I went on the link that she provided and I read the story and now I'm in uproar. And I'm like, this is some crazy shit. This is some nutty shit. I got to talk about this real quick. Now, what I'm referring to is a recent interview that George R. R. Martin just had, and I'm going to put the exact quote, the stuff that's important in this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what this quote is right now. Right, and poor Beric Dondarrion, who was set up as the foreshadowing for all of this. Every time he's a little less Beric, his memories are fading. He's got all those scars. He's becoming more and more physically hideous. Because he's not a living human being anymore. His heart isn't beating. His blood isn't flowing through his veins. He's a Wight, but a Wight animated by fire instead of ice. Now this explains so much and then leaves so many questions, but he's telling you that Beric Dondarrion and Jon Snow are dead. There is no bringing people back to life. This is the reason why they show Melisandre touching Beric Dondarrion's scars. You're seeing how hideous he's becoming. And likewise, when you see Jon Snow is resurrected back, you see Jon Snow himself. Look at all the scars that are on his chest. So Jon Snow is well on his way to becoming exactly what Beric Dondarrion is. When you listen to the words that George R. R. Martin has said, his heart isn't beating. His blood isn't flowing through his veins. He's a Wight. It shows you exactly why Jon Snow is so cold when he comes back, why he's freezing, because he has no blood in his body. It's not flowing through his veins anymore. And we see a perfect example of this in the books with Cold Hands, because when Bran asks him, why are your hands so black? It is at this time that Cold Hands, when he looks at his hands, realizes that he is dead himself. And he says that when the heart starts beating, that the person's blood goes down to the ends of its limbs and then it turns black. And at that time is when he realized he was really dead. So I think it could be the same situation with Jon Snow. He may have an awakening and realize that he is not alive right now, that he is still dead. So it may hurt to say it, but I gotta say it. We have 3 reanimated monsters running around in this story. First, we have the Night's King representing ice. Next, we have Jon Snow representing fire. And last but not least, we have the Mountain. And should I say he's representing science. But all 3 factions of reanimated people are right there. So what does this mean for the character of Jon Snow in the show and in the books? Well, when I have seen many movies of heroes that have passed away, or people who have passed away, when they have come back to life, usually they come back to life to fulfill a mission. And as soon as that mission is over, then they go back to die. They go back to rest. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen to Jon Snow. That means as soon as this battle with the White Walkers is over, Jon Snow is out of here. He will finally be able to rest in peace. That means Jon Snow will not sit the Iron Throne. Jon Snow will not carry on the Targaryen name. Jon Snow will not be the king of all the Westeros. Which opens up a ton of possibilities now that we know 100% that George R. R. Martin has said it. Not in these words. I'm going to say these words. Remember that Don said it first. Jon Snow is a fire Wight, a fire zombie, and that is crazy. So all people that have crackpot theories and say, oh, this is too crazy, no, it's not, because the author, George R. R. Martin, is just as crazy as all of us. I got a lot of ideas and a lot of theories about this going through my mind, so make sure you subscribe and thumbs up and hit that notifications bell so that when I come up with these things and I put them out there, you don't have to go searching for me. Because trust me, listen, they said Jon Snow is a white. A fire white. That's not a White Walker, people. A white. A reanimated white. And we're going to get into the differences and what exactly that means for Jon Snow and the show of Game of Thrones. So if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.